and entertaining.
Yes,
Definitely.
I would say so.
Okay, good, because the quest is clearly it's better than anything that has ever been put on TV ever in the history of mankind ever.
Yeah,
Well,
both
basically,
versions.
it's pardon me.
No, you go.
I'm just going to say, basically, it's the summit of art.
Oh,
Mhm.
most definitely. Fantasy LARPing, I would compete on this show in a heartbeat.
I mean, the only thing maybe that might be better than this is the Lord of the Rings script from 1970.
Yeah, indeed. I might want to be on a show like this. I'd love to ham it up.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it would be a riot.
yeah, I would love it. I wouldn't care whether I was an actor or a contestant. I would just love to be on this show. Like,
Oh.
it seems as though they're kind of, at least with the Disney Plus one, it's that this is a kid competition, and
Yeah.
the competition is very much geared toward kids. They also are trying to put in narrative to try and engage younger audiences.
Well, you can tell it's a. Oh, sorry.
Unlike I was really quickly say, unlike a Survivor or Top Shot or other shows that kind of rely, or The Circle, which rely on the interpersonal drama of the people when they're kind of appealing to adults. You go next.
Oh well, I was just gonna say it's clearly catering towards kids because no one's been eliminated yet.
Yeah, at least not on this show. This version of the show, I have to say though, that image floating head, the floating ghost heads of the people who've been eliminated.
And
Was
they
the-
drew so much attention to it.
Yeah, it was
And they're
so.
both.
Go for it, sorry.
Sorry, I think we both talked at the same time by accident. What was I going to say? And they're both female, so it's sexist.
Yeah, clearly there is sexism sexism's out the wazoo in this show, obviously.
Obviously.
Definitely
And-
sexism.
Also, the kid version has also got a sexism and a racism because the Asian boy has won every challenge so far.
This is not inaccurate.
All right, well, let's get into it. Woohoo! Still hate that Disney logo though.
Yeah.
8 real teenagers.
While the intro is going, I'm going to run out, grab a drink, and go to the bathroom if you guys don't mind doing that.
Okay.
This is the real adventure. I'll be back in a moment too. I have to run off and do something really quick.
Oh no, we were all muted.
Oh dear.
Well, the weird thing to consider is if they're going to eliminate any kids at all, like on other sort of reality shows, because they might not do that at all. Ooh, the Kingdom of Aura. If that was in Japanese, you'd hold the A longer because that's how Japanese works.
Sorry, what's how Japanese works?
And Japanese, if you double the vowels, you hold it longer when you're saying it, or just double whatever the letter is. So, since this is Ora, spelled O-R-A-A, if it was Japanese, it'd be pronounced Ora.
Makes sense.
And that's actually why Konnichiwa, you're supposed to pause on that N sound for a bit, because it's a double N.
Konnichiwa.
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 I just walked in on the practice scene. That was really bad.
Yeah, that was terrible. And why are you practicing with real swords? Do you want to kill each other?
How long have you done that for?
That's kind of stupid. Yeah, I mean, in Lord of the, not Lord of the Rings. Game of Thrones, they practice with wooden swords.
Wrestling moves
Yeah.
that were
Well, and
supposed
the
to
Lord of the
set
Rings, when they
at
did
home.
or when Boromir was trying to teach the hobbits how to sword fight, they did use real swords. But that could be explained by they were out in the wild. That's all they had. And one of them even got hurt. I mean, it was a very small cut, and then they started wrestling.
Well, this is.
Which I guess could be hot if you're into that sort of thing.
Do your arms hurt yet?
Yes.
Good. Tavora and her army will not care about your sore muscles.
What is your mentality exactly going into every challenge?
Do what I can to win, but do what I can to help the team as well. In any team, there's that dynamic that if someone becomes too greedy or someone focuses too much on winning, that is going to tear the team apart.
I mean, I know for a fact that everybody here wants to win a challenge. So do you think everyone would choose, helping a teammate over victory?
Why do I get the
Do you
feeling
really
this
believe
guy's-
that?
Yeah.
Why do I get
Okay.
the feeling this
Do you
guy
fully
just
trust everyone on the team?
smells like
I'll
smells
put my
like
trust in
a
anybody.
deceiver.
I will.
Probably. Or maybe they're setting something up.
This is supposedly
Always keep
tiring.
your eyes on your opponent.
This is
Never expose
tiring.
yourself to the enemy.
This is pathetic.
Your Highness.
Yeah. Not to mention they're practicing with real swords. Well, supposedly.
They're not real swords,
came
they're
to
probably
challenge
plenty
the,
turkey swords.
Paladins.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're probably props for the sake of the show, but within the context of the show, those are real swords, and they could kill each other.
Attacks with trickery
Yeah,
or
blunt
magic.
force trauma is
Now you must
probably
be wise
reasonably
and
likely.
discerning, well studied. Knowledge is power.
Why are we doing the
Is also power. Especially if your enemy comes at you with a sword.
They probably felt so smart writing that. Power is also power. No shit.
Also it's a rip-off of a line from Game of Thrones.
No, which one? I actually haven't seen Game of Thrones that much.
Cersei Lannister said, actually, this whole scene is a rip-off. This whole interchange is a rip-off of Game of Thrones.
What?
See, yeah. You remember Cersei and Littlefinger, where Littlefinger says knowledge is information is power after all, and she's like, no, kill him. Kill him. No, wait, I changed my mind. Turn around. Power is power, Lord
Yep.
Baelish. And they just basically ripped that whole conversation off verbatim. In fact, you know what? Let me pull that scene up so that we can compare, shall we?
I'm sure it's vastly better than the Quest, though.
Oh, yeah, vastly better on the Quest, because the guy saying knowledge is power has a crush on the girl saying power is power. And she's oblivious to how much of a crush he has on her, even though he is stuttering and giving off all the obvious signs of having a crush.
Yeah. Oh, oops. Sorry, I didn't show my audio. I apologize.
You did what now?
Didn't show the...
Mockingbird. You created your own schedule, didn't you?
Yes.
Appropriate. A self-made man with so many songs to sing.
I'm glad you like it. Some people are fortunate enough to be born into the right family. Others have to find their own way.
I heard a song once about a boy of modest means. Found his way into a home with a very prominent family. He loved the eldest daughter. Sadly, she had eyes for her.
When boys and girls live in the same home, awkward situations can arise. Sometimes I've heard even brothers and sisters develop certain affection. And when those
You're too subtle.
common knowledge,
Yeah.
that is
Maybe you
not
should say something a little more subtle, like,
Sexy.
you're boning your brother.
one of the facts, but a simple truth I found.
And which truth is that?
Knowledge is power.
Seize him. Cut his throat. Stop. Oh, wait. I've changed my mind. Let him go. Step back 3 paces. Turn around. Close your eyes. Power is power. Do see if you can take some time away from your coins and your whores to locate the Star Girl for me.
Well, I guess that's one way to prove her point.
Yeah, but yeah, that was pretty much like almost 1-for-1 ripoff.
Well, I wouldn't say 1-for-1, but that seems to be really what they were going for.
Let's see. Your Highness is kind of triggering you, though.
I should come to your lesson.
Yeah, I can't even see the words Your Highness anymore, or say them without it getting triggered.
Yeah, it's left a permanent scar on us all.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, but
I've actually looked at the swords, and I think they kind of look like foam. I
well,
think they just
yeah,
put in Foley sounds.
yeah, but I would definitely assume they would use foam swords for safety reason while filming, but because of the sounds, the context of the show is they were practicing with real swords. They could have killed each other.
Wouldn't it be alright if they had?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Paladins. One of you has been cut down in training. The rest of you will have to work harder to make up for them.
Very good, David. Austere.
It's one way of, of voting people out.
Perhaps they are seeking
Yeah.
an ally against Aurora.
Well, or like when the adult version, instead of shooting arrows at dummies, the contestants shot arrows at the person they wanted to eliminate.
Oh yeah, that would be a riot.
Yeah, that would attract a lot of viewers, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Dravis has forbidden us to enter, but he can't forbid us from listening.
Most of Everrealm thinks we're dead. And Dravis thinks it's best to keep it that way.
I tend to agree.
Oh, yes, but you also tend to be boring.
All right, and what is some more to catch you spying on the king?
I'm trying to listen.
She is very extra.
Have been rivals.
Are those kids?
Most
I think they're supposed to be kids.
This is why our honorable queen has sent us. To bridge the divide between our peoples.
Wait, what sort of kingdom has both Asians and black people?
And seen the error in our ways. Please accept this gift from our
New York.
New York. Okay,
A kingdom with more than one race in it?
probably.
Majesty.
Shocking thought, I know.
Very shocking.
Estonian looking glass.
Are you going to explain what that is?
You are a wise and discerning man.
Oh man, look at his pants. He's just wearing pants that you can buy at the Gap.
Generous gift.
Oh god, is the mage gonna bone that other guy? I don't know who they got to play this lady, but she is fantastic.
Chanting in foreign language. Is that the evil lady?
Oh, yes, that is the evil lady.
It is said to have driven a
Good.
queen mad with envy.
Come, Your Majesty, see for yourself. Nothing to fear.
Oh, I'm sure there isn't.
Only 5 exist in all of Everrealm.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay,
CGI.
lighting.
Something happened.
she hasn't been in. She started acting in 2005, but it's pretty much all short films. And then she started acting in.
Mystery.
This is her most recent stuff, actually.
What are you
She started in. She had one episode in This Is Us, and then she is in this show.
Your Majesty.
So she's pretty much the definition of the up and coming TV actress.
Yeah, well, if she does get discovered, although this show is fantastic, so that's impossible.
Thank you.
Or it's impossible for her to not be discovered.
Oh, come on, brother.
Like, just go.
The heirs of Sanctum. You are alive after all.
And ready to reclaim my father's throne.
Unless I claim it first, brother.
We are Ashro and Doran. Kind, humble, honest servants of the Queen of Ostia.
They look like discount elves.
Oh yeah, they do. That's the look that they have. It was bugging me.
Come from Ostia today.
Like if you look back on Lord of the Rings, you can see similar design aesthetics.
Yeah, the long hair, the long hair pulled back, and then
Soon we will reclaim
the headpieces.
And our father will be avenged.
The best elves ever are in Max Magician.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Wait, you haven't seen that? You missed out on that?
Yeah, I miss out on a lot of things.
That was an experience, I can tell you.
We actually did it live because the movie has no copyright bots.
Ooh.
Like we certainly won't get to the it was similar with Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas.
Return to our training. Let's go, everyone.
What are you doing?
Oracle, Adeline, Cedric. Let's go.
My apologies.
Gesundheit.
Pardon me, something annoying just happened.
Yeah, but this is a dramatic moment in this story. You can tell by the dramatic music playing.
Oh wow, did it actually say in the subtitles dramatic music?
Yes.
Nostrite never bows. Nonsense.
Like, wow.
Exactly.
These men, you think they could be lying to us?
I'm not sure. There's only one way to know the truth. You make a potion.
Potion?
A magical truth serum, to be exact.
Are you sure that it
But
will
those
work?
are illegal.
No, but we have to try.
Try. When it
Or
comes
the-
to potions, you can't just try things. Do you remember the Toad fiasco?
Look, that won't happen again. I've got a plan. I need the Paladin's help. You keep an eye on that.
Toad fiasco.
That won't happen again. I promise.
Oh, he's the one who turned the frogs gay.
We will be at war with Tavora and...
Oh wow,
Fates help us.
that was a.
That's a plot twist. We have discovered the truth. Chickens clucking. That was very important. Thank you, subtitles.
That was really was a dramatic moment in the story.
Now we must reveal their true intentions before great damage is done. Is that understood?
Yes.
Now, somewhere in these scrolls is the instructions we need to create a magical truth serum. I need you to find it before it's too late. So this is half of it.
This is why you organize your alphabet or your thingamadoodads, whatever.
2 black iguana eggs, 2 teaspoons of fish bladder jelly, 1 teaspoon of frog sweat, 1 handful of African violet.
I think I found one too.
I mean, he says maybe that's why it was another fiasco because they had teenagers do it.
Let me see what they are. Keep looking through these ones.
This is delusion and disguise.
No, that's not right.
That
no,
is
it's
obvious.
a magical truth serum. It will say it on the scroll. Elixir of truth. Elixir of
Oh
truth.
God,
Elixir of
can
truth.
these
Perfect,
kids
perfect.
read?
Make some room here.
Probably
Great
not.
job, Paladin Sean.
Either that or their reading comprehension is equivalent to a 4-year-old.
And we need unicorn tears.
These ingredients can
Well,
be easily found in
not
the
to be
market.
obnoxious to teenagers,
Go to the
but
market, grab the things on that scroll.
If anybody needs like a
Wait,
reminder
the
of
market
what they
has
need,
unicorn tears? How do you make a unicorn cry?
Same way you make whipped cream. You
Oh.
whip it.
Ouch.
oh, I thought you just used onions or something.
Oh wow, these guys are just gonna steal the ingredients?
It's a quote from
Oh wait, there's a
a.
symbol. Unicorn tears.
It's a quote from. There's a scene in the Willy Wonka remake with.
How much do I pour? It's coming out. It's coming out.
the Willy Wonka remake, where they say, "How else are you going to get whipped cream if you don't whip it?" While they're actually whipping a cow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was also a joke they made in that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory remake, the one with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that's the one I was referring to.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying that much attention. But yeah, that's what immediately came to mind.
Yeah. That was a bad movie.
How many remakes of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory have there been?
There
I
have
only-
been 2 live action. I think there's been 1 or 2 animated ones, including a Tom and Jerry go to Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
Tom and Jerry?
You have what you need.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry have done a lot of things like Wizard of Oz. I think Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, that might actually be moderately entertaining.
Yeah. But let me actually see. Tom
Can you go ahead and read that scroll out
Jerry.
loud, just so we're sure what we're doing?
To draw out the truth, the elements of his elixir must be precisely
Yeah,
mixed in
because
the
the
same
original
proportion
Willy
at the
Wonka
exact
thing came out, I
same
think, in the
instant.
70s.
Should these ingredients be combined
Yep,
without
I was
absolute
right.
precision,
Oh,
emotions match
so
perfect.
Tom and Jerry and the Wizard of Oz, and then Tom and Jerry back to Oz.
Oh no.
They are quite unstable.
Then there's Tom and Jerry, Willy Wonka, and the Chocolate Factory.
They mustn't be
Oh
touched
dear.
at all.
Oh
Then
dear.
there's
We are working as a
then
team
I was
here,
right. Tom and Jerry, Sherlock
You gotta move.
Holmes.
You gotta move. If you're not moving, I can't move.
All right, I'm moving.
Y'all take a deep breath. It's okay.
Sometime when I have nothing better to do, I must watch some of those. Although I never was big on Tom and Jerry, to tell the truth.
And I really liked Tom and Jerry. And then
Go, 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 go.
I always found it funny that oh god, did they mess that up on purpose?
All right, enough. It's not going to work. It's what went wrong?
We didn't pour in synchronization.
We need to do it really slowly so that everybody is at the same pace.
Okay. We're going to get the ingredients once more. All right, and we'll try it
But
again.
so, this truth serum is so important. Why are they making the kids do it?
Because they need the paladin's help, apparently.
Must be a pretty pathetic fantasy kingdom.
We all take the
Yeah.
We didn't do it at the same time.
There's actually going to be a 3rd one that's coming out in 2023.
What, a third quest thing?
A 3rd Willy Wonka film.
Oh, okay. A third Willy Wonka, not a third quest show. Okay.
And apparently it's a musical with the guy who played Paul Atreides, playing a younger version of Willy Wonka in an origin story.
Oh,
Let's go.
oh dear. Musical in the
You've got it. Tilt it up just a bit.
2020s. I don't even want to know what kind of music they'd be doing there.
Very slowly. Very slowly.
An example of a recent musical is either La La Land or The Greatest Showman.
Go. All of it. It's all right.
Yeah,
Keep it going.
I've not heard any recent ones.
Yes. All right. Everybody back. Everybody this way. Hurry. This way.
Oh wow, they got it on the 2nd try.
Okay, let's wait.
But do we know if it works or not?
Guess they have to drink it.
Oh, this could get embarrassing. I don't think I'd want to drink the truth serum if I was a teenager.
Okay. That is quite possible. So I actually know what they used.
Baking
Have either of you guys? No, it's called elephant toothpaste.
Oh, well, I think I've seen some, I think I remember seeing some clips of things like that happening, but they use, like, soda and some other weird ingredients.
Well, kind of the idea is that there's a, that you actually can, like, if you mix a bunch of chemicals at the same time, you will get what's called elephant toothpaste, where it's like this multicolored foam that comes out.
Well, when I was a kid, I used to sometimes mix baking soda and vinegar, and that would make a kind of like a.
Time is right. We'll call for you.
Yeah, or like Mentos in root beer.
Yeah, we would put baking soda and vinegar together, and you'd make like this I think the smoke thing would, like fizz, and the smoke thing would come out, or something like that.
work out. We also all weren't being very good leaders.
So,
we were all getting
we used to
parents
pretend to be
really
doing
falling apart,
experiments
and I feel that's
and
because
things. We
no
were
one
just
wanted to listen.
like some kind of mad
I feel like
scientist
this
or
team
something.
has the potential to be great, but all the odds are against us.
So there's actually a really neat video of a guy doing the world's biggest elephant toothpaste of a volcano. It's really cool.
Yay! But this video is 15 minutes. Do we have the time for that?
Basic questions.
Well, no, it's like there's a this is like basically it shows all the setup for this kid gets to do is doing like a party, and the idea is that they do a giant.
After a bit of leaf blowing, we were ready to power through, even if we did lose 2 of our 6 troughs to that little mishap. Here we go! Here we go!
Oh no, they lost 2 of their 6 troughs.
What's a trough? What? What idiotic thing are these people doing?
Screaming.
Basically, what happens is they have
Added some new ingredient only to the purple color, so now it randomly reacts with hydrogen peroxide all on its own. So after a bit of leaf blowing, we were ready to power through, even if we did lose it.
Basically just the chemical reaction.
Oh.
And then basically they have this. They actually
dreams on our engineering abilities and dump the truck.
So they have a bunch of chemicals in the bottom and a bunch of chemicals up top, and they're gonna dump. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well,
Ow.
it looks impressive, but they sound stupid.
Yeah, they are pretty. They sound like how so exactly? Like just that there's the sounds they're making are dumb, or
Yeah. I mean, they're like. I mean, I guess not to mention what they're doing is probably, although it looks really cool, it's probably also kind of stupid.
well, they actually take a lot of safety precautions. They don't have anybody around, and everybody's behind a screen.
Just hope it doesn't have any environmental repercussions.
I think that's actually like it just dissolves away. Like it actually just dissolves away. It doesn't leave any markers.
Well, that's good, and it looks
like
cool.
Yeah, it's like foam, I think.
It
But
looks cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like this is
It does look
admittedly,
cool.
It's like his second. I think it's his second attempt. The first one was actually for because he wanted to do something really special for this kid who was recovering from cancer.
Oh, that's nice.
So he decided I'm gonna use a lot of like my foam bouncy pit, elephant toothpaste that makes a giant explosion and actually goes so fast that it overwhelms the camera that's moving away from it on a trolley.
Okay, I forgive them for sounding stupid now.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get back to the much more interesting show. Sorry.
Oh shoot! This is not good.
Did you lose lose track of your tabs again?
No. Guys, my internet is dead.
Die.
No, we need to get more internet gas.
Internet gas or bust. This is a suspenseful moment in the story.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
That was scary.
Yeah, there's two of me now.
Oh no, this really is scary. No! No!
My browser crashed for some reason. I deleted a few of my tabs to try and fix the problem. But that was just a neat example of this.
If we all were being the leader, which did not work out, we also weren't being very good leaders. We were all getting panicked, really falling apart, and I feel that's because no one wanted to listen.
I feel like this team has the potential to be great, but all the odds are against us. Do you think our team?
Well, at least this one thing actually had them using teamwork, because they keep constantly talking about we're a team, but this is the first time they actually had to work as a team.
Take a follower role instead of a leader role is also really important.
Wouldn't it be more realistic, given that they're teenagers, if while talking about teamwork, they actually established each other on the back
Everyone's time to shine hasn't come yet for those who haven't gotten a talisman, and for those who have, I feel like there's still more that they can do.
It's tough because you've come so close,
Yeah.
and you really deserve to get one. But
I
what
don't know
if
how old,
there
I don't
is an
know how
opportunity
old
to show
these
your skill
kids
set and you
are,
fail?
because it seems
Like,
like
I grew up
they
playing
range from
games and doing
14
puzzles,
to
and we were a
6,
gaming household,
from
right?
like
And so I
10
kinda
to
grew up
16, at
in
least
this
based on
puzzle
their heights. I could
strategy
be wrong.
mindset.
Yeah.
So like, I'm
What,
really
they're like
hoping
as
that
young as 10,
there's
some of them?
challenge that are like that. But again, like I said before, that plays into the insecurity that what if that does happen and then I fail? Because then I have
So
no
how old's the
excuse.
youngest one?
And it's just I don't have anything.
Suspenseful music playing. Thank you, subtitles.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Brother, this is unlike you to be so bold. Are you willing to risk the peace of our kingdoms on a hunch?
If this fails, I'll drink the potion myself.
Emmett, if you're right, then we'll all drink up.
No, give it to Expendable.
Prince Emmett has already put your serum in 2 all-strength goblets. Let's hope you made this right. Stay here and await my command.
You didn't test it? Also, why would drinking the potion be a punishment? It's just a truth serum. Unless it works like the truth corn from the lightning-struck heart, that would be a riot.
Well, I mean, maybe you don't want to necessarily tell the truth about every single thing.
Today,
Well,
we
the
find
truth.
ourselves together in this landmark.
Yeah, like what you've done in what you did when you were drunk
But the bond
2
of 3
Sundays ago,
kingdoms
or
is even
something like
stronger.
that.
Yeah, well, the truth corn from the lightning-struck heart basically did make you drunk, and then you'd spill out all your truths and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I think this is a good point of saying.
Are you actually this stupid?
Uncle,
Speaking of which,
before we sign,
we need to watch Breaking Bad.
ceremonial toast. To,
Breaking Bad,
this
I
historic
think, would be
alliance
so funny.
between our 3
So fun to watch.
Yeah, I've heard Breaking Bad's a really good show.
Ceremonial toast.
Wait, why is the king agreeing to this? I thought he was under mind control.
No, he's not under mind control. He's just been deceived by not terribly convincing salespeople.
Oh, I thought he was mind controlled by that mirror that they brought in.
No, the mirror is just a spying mechanic.
Yeah, but after he looked into the mirror and he was like, "Wow, so pretty," he revealed that he has secret kids that he was keeping a secret.
Forever out. We stand.
Maybe. That's actually interesting. Maybe they did. I just missed it. That's actually might be a good point.
You're actually following the story? Wow. I'm impressed.
Wait, are you not? This is the best story that has ever been written. Oh my gosh.
Well, that's just why, you see, it's like beyond my intellect. Capacity it's
sorry.
to grasp. Carry on.
Besides, Freddy got fingered.
sir.
No!
I come in the name of the sorceress Tavora.
Guards, apprehend these men.
So-
I'm
Why have you come?
It's a scary moment in the story.
Why?
I'm
Trick, you're a foolish king. All it took was a lavish gift to draw out the heirs of Sanctum and these so-called paladins from the world beyond.
What does your master want?
So it wasn't a spell, it's literally he's dumb.
Oh my goodness.
She wants you gone.
Those
You and anyone who stands in the way of the Dark Legion. The
man,
realm belongs.
that's
to
so
Tavora,
funny.
And Tavora belongs to the Pharaohs.
Wait, how did this stupid guy become king? Is this like Wakanda, where they only elect the strongest? They have the strongest person become the king, not the wisest or whatever.
I guess so.
When Tavora claims the Kingstone,
acting is very convincing, don't you find?
Pharaoh's fury.
You know, except for the real teenagers who were brought to Elverrealm. I mean, if you cut them out of the story, it would probably be better.
Unmasked these fools. You have anything to say before they
Hold
enter
on.
into the dungeons?
We will not fall to Deborah. All of us will do whatever it takes to protect her.
You will fail!
This is impressive. I mean, inspiring.
We're not done with you.
Who wrote this dialogue?
An idiot? Let's say, an imbecile.
Imbecile's a good word. I like the word imbecile.
Why did she chase her own guards out with her sword?
I do not
The
know.
gift from the Ostrites. The Mistonian looking glass. Where is it?
Safely stored.
You must destroy it.
Or at least cover it up.
It was a gift from Tavora.
You know, never look a gift horse in the mouth.
Right?
In this case,
The
I
attack
guess,
was magic.
Or in this case, magic man. I agree with the oracle. Or you've been tricked once. It would be unwise to keep it.
Destroy the mirror at once. That's an order.
Oh, he's literally
No.
just dumb. Oh, he's just dumb.
Both were. And it cost us nearly everything. The judgment
He looks like he's about to cry.
Thank you for your
Maybe he's
service.
about to cry laughing.
Once again, we
I think he probably is. I think that everybody in this show is having a really good time and is having a hard go of it, trying not to crack up.
Yeah. It's impossible with teenagers.
Because I would be cracking up if I were in this show.
Oh
constantly.
God, yes. Oh God, yes. That's why it's so much easier to be evil on this show, because evil people laugh.
Why are you letting them share a cell?
Look at the.
Look at what?
Look at the door.
It's pathetic.
It's not even complete. It doesn't even like it doesn't meet in the middle. There's at least 3 inches of space.
Is that supposed to be like keeping him in or something?
I think it is.
But he could just like climb through one of those spaces.
Well,
Yeah.
they didn't even lock the door. They could just open it and get out. Also, why are they sharing a cell? You don't put those people in the same cell. You want to deprive them of everything. Now they can just buck fuck to get over their worries.
The gay man said it first, folks.
Indeed, I did.
And look, Like, there's no, like, lock at all.
You think he'll escape?
Guys, last night was kind of crazy. Like, just thinking about it, like in hindsight, these guys who were pretending to be austerists or what was Austerites, they fooled all of us. Like we didn't have a clue until.
Also, isn't austere a word?
What they say they are.
Yes.
It is.
He wants us.
It means aloof, kind of prim. The Aes Sedai are kind of, especially the whites, are in Wheel of Time are basically the definition of austere.
Well, austere, basically, what it essentially means is austere is also used if, for example, the interior of a room that's bare of ornament is austere, and then there's austere in the sense of austerity is like doing without food or sex or whatever.
Behold the gem of wisdom.
Oh, we're getting snake makeup. I'm so looking forward to this. If we're getting like BBC Narnia snake stuff, I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10 automatically.
Oh, I don't remember BBC's Narnia snake stuff. How bad was it?
It looked like a blow-up doll.
It was brilliant.
Oh, a sex blow-up doll or just a regular blow-up doll?
You'd have to
the kind of blow-up doll you see at Disneyland. A Disneyland.
I think we
ride.
might be in Rule 32 territory, or whatever that rule is called.
Yeah, 32.
Serpent, we are here to claim.
What was I going to say? Yeah, those. But before we got into that, I was going to laugh at the teenagers saying like those austerists and whatnot. Like, it's really creepy, man.
Aww. It's not funny bad. I'm disappointed.
What?
Disappointed. Never mind. It's funny bad.
Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, it looks like a bargain version of that. Remember the guy with the ram horns in Max Magician? It looks like a bargain version of him. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
The cleverest among you.
He's got the same expression as the ram horn chap in Max Magician.
It kind of does. That is not a snake. That's not a snake.
No, that's a scaly. Why are you having these kids interact with a furry?
Are you scared of that guy? I am.
Of course I am. Furries are nuts. My sister had an encounter with a guy whose girlfriend. So, weird thing where she was at Evermore, and this patron in a costume came over to her. He was wearing a fox costume, and for whatever reason, his girlfriend or sister, they weren't clear which, had him on a leash. And then for whatever reason, he goes up to my little sister and he starts sniffing without saying anything.
What?
Yeah, furries are freaking weird.
Just why?
He was really into character.
No, have you? No.
Oh, so this wasn't his like way of being a creepo?
No, it's like since at Evermore, it's basically a LARP park
Guys, I'm trying to go around and feel where
with the paid extras to interact with the people who come in costumes.
Nope.
He even has a pimp coat.
There's ropes underneath that are braided together.
What about?
Where's the guy? I want to see the guy again.
I like untying things, I guess.
You know, these kids should have just followed Alexander the Great's example. You know, when he was confronted with the Gordian knot, he just cut it.
They might not have heard of Alexander the Great.
Probably not.
You cannot let him win. You can do this.
I mean, you didn't have to get into the trap.
Found that if you loosen in the middle, pull, I think it'll come apart.
Guys, is anybody else gotten them on side?
Try to unbraid it.
Yeah, how though?
I'm loosening up the braid. That's all I'm doing.
What braid?
Keep loosening it. The braid on the side. What braid?
I don't know what braid y'all are talking about.
Oh, conflict.
Just playing around with it and it just started coming undone.
Well, I mean, at least they're showing the kids talking to each other too. Although I don't know why that's allowed.
Time in the world to fail.
This guy is fabulous. I love him.
I think he's my new favorite character.
Yeah,
I love.
so.
Genuinely, I'm curious.
Oh, go for Valerian.
I'm just gonna remember what he was saying.
Check out Ava. If you think
You have
that's it.
all the time in the world to fail. Carry on.
Yeah, I love these challenge monsters. These challenge monsters are the best parts of the show. They clearly had got some really, really fun character actors.
Yeah,
To
I'm
do
gonna.
this.
Yeah, I'm gonna model my life according to that guy's teaching from now on. Which episode number is this?
This is 3. We're halfway. We're halfway through the season, I think.
Oh wow,
Episode
the
3.
Asian guy didn't win for once.
Yeah, because I want to see if I can find
Nice job.
a picture of that guy somewhere, so I can use it as an avatar or something.
I was.
We've heard enough. This paladin has made a fool of you.
I was incorrect. There are 8 episodes, not 6. I was wrong.
Oh, okay, no big O, because I mainly want to know so I could find a picture of that chap online somewhere, so I could use him as an avatar or just link to it or
I have no
whatever.
idea. Like, if you left me here, I would not leave. I'd be here all night long.
Is this end right here? You have to pull it through.
What the heck?
I'm trying to find him on Google Images and I can't find
It's
him.
like a first string bridge.
Oh, that is so disappointing.
Wait, Ava, which way did
This
you
is a tragic moment in the story.
Okay, one more left. Gotcha. Thank you.
I'm impressed that they've managed to figure that out. And also, I think it would be like, this guy looks like a child predator.
Oh, the Asian guy is so sad.
Good job, Ava. I don't want to say I failed because I think that eventually I might have been able to get it. But you know what? You gotta be present and be positive.
Snakes are my biggest fear.
Yeah,
My goal is
positivity is only a bad thing when it comes to HIV.
because I want to show, I am capable.
But we're definitely
Unless it is toxic positivity, where you
Straight to it.
basically just say
Paladin,
everything
really
is
battle to bring out the best
everything
in
is
you.
good.
You discover who you really are.
No, like that Lego song. Everything is awesome.
Like, no. We have to troll through so much crap to like this. This is our shining light in the middle of a few shining lights in a sea of darkness. And it's like it's kind of amazing that this show about a bunch of teenagers.
Decree of King Silas, no citizen or visitor of Bora shall tread these grounds by foot. Those in violation of this decree shall suffer punishment fit for a traitor or thief.
What?
It must
What?
have happened after yesterday, after the imposters.
Yeah. They probably just want to be cautious with who they're trusting. It's so quiet.
The town's empty. While they were dealing with the furry, everyone was kidnapped.
Ooh, was that more suspenseful music playing?
I think that's what the subtitles said.
Then it must be true.
Yeah. The subtitles have never lied to us before.
Your Majesty.
Subtitles are my new sacred scripture.
All paladins shall be
Indeed.
servants of the Saurian Dunes, gem of wisdom. Only one could reclaim the stone. A paladin who goes by the name of Ava.
Would more than one of them have gotten the stone if they had
For your
solved the
wisdom.
puzzle before the time went out?
Honor to you with this task.
Oh, I think it
They
was
only
whoever solves it first.
No. Well, I mean, he just said you have to solve it before the time runs out, and she did solve it first, so she definitely deserves it, but...
A hero has been made. Bring us
Does that
the
mean
gem.
everyone else gets eliminated?
I don't know. I did. So far, the show doesn't really do eliminations.
What did you
Yeah.
discover about yourself in the quest for this gemstone?
I kind of
Ooh.
realized about myself that I was a little bit more wise and smarter than I thought.
Very well.
Well, solving the puzzle wasn't really wisdom, that was just intelligence.
May the
Yeah.
one who wears the divine crown be
However, that
crowned
is deep.
with wisdom, now and forever.
Now and forever! You have to chant with them, otherwise it's not true.
Now and forever. Was I convincing?
Yeah, I was convinced.
God.
Wow, one last gem of virtue, huh?
I won't ask what you was you were convinced of.
Oh, that's not important.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I haven't seen him since last night.
Oh no. Dravis is going to become one of the big bads.
No, he wasn't he the creepy mage who... He was the creepy mage who was crying about the mirror. Right?
Dravis. Once the most powerful mage in Sanctum, now a menial servant. Lesser king.
Well, that doesn't stop you from being a powerful mage. Also, has she been looking through this mirror the whole time?
Let's go with yes.
Oh, she doesn't have anything better to do?
Not really.
Oh, Travis. You could be so much more.
That's kind of pathetic.
That is the most impressive.
Yeah. You know, the way that he broke that reminds me of a weapon I saw in Fable 2. That it was a wizard's staff, and the description said, if you make a wizard angry, they'll fling fireballs at you. If you make them really, really angry, they'll try to hit you with a big stick.
Oh, okay. I just realized this. There are more episodes of the adult quest than there are episodes of the kid quest.
Oh, that means we're going to have to watch the adult one without having to watch the kid one?
But isn't the kid one like just this year?
Yeah. So, I mean, like, there was only one season of the quest in the adult one, but there are fewer episodes of the kid TV show. Since it just dropped 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Whereas this one has 10 episodes.
Oh, so we're just going to have to watch 2 extra episodes of this one.
So we came up with the idea of what if we took real people and put them into a fantasy world?
It's reality competition. It's storyline.
A scripted fantasy world.
Well, I haven't seen much of the storyline in the adult version, to be perfectly honest. I would love to get an overly dramatic witch lady trying to thwart everybody.
Everrealm. A land of beauty and great magical power. Where 12 kingdoms have coexisted in harmony for centuries. Now, a land under siege by Verlox the Darkness.
A serpent burning down a ship, that really showcases harmony, doesn't it?
Come to Everrealm's aid.
Also, I'm not sure I like these fates any more than the fates from Hercules. Wait, no, those are the muses. Sorry, never. Oh, Hercules had fates too. Oh yeah, they all shared an eye. I like those ladies too. Never mind, I don't take it back.
12 paladins.
Well, there
must
are definitely
reclaim the
fates
sun
in
spirit
classical
and vanquish
mythology.
evil from the land.
Well, that too, I guess.
Well,
This
considering
is
the movie
the
Hercules
quest.
is basically a parody of classical mythology.
In the last chapter,
You are correct, sir. Right?
after receiving dire news from the front, the
I
paladins
never
were
saw that one.
introduced to the ways of
I
mounted
haven't seen most of the Disney Renaissance films.
Shondo
What is
dominated the
up with
competition.
these pathetic weaklings?
While Christian had another disappointing performance.
You can have
Do you
maybe confidence to that
Do you
extreme
have
is-
limbs of spaghetti?
Emotions are running high.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't do any better, but then, you know, that's why I'm not on this show.
Phil, Chris will do whatever he can in his
I
power
can at least
to win.
get an
He's
arrow
so scheming that he
into
looks.
the target and make it stick.
Vanished in an extremely
I'll probably drop the arrow on the ground or something stupid like that.
down to 10. The paladins welcomed a surprise.
I think they might adjust.
But the
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
What's happening?
Yeah.
My queen.
Has been poisoned.
I'd get eliminated like two minutes into the show.
I probably would be too.
Yeah, if I'm honest.
No, the queen got poisoned by something that made her sick.
Trust here, because Verloc's gonna have infiltrators all throughout the castle.
The
Who's
Larkin
Verloc?
Is the bad guy. Weirdly enough, that frame made it look like it was a guy, not a girl.
Well, you know, that's what happens when they don't put on makeup. Or so I've heard.
So then we're gonna look somewhere else for an answer.
That is true.
Sir. Creo, go. And get every scroll in the castle you can find them. Poisons, potions, venoms. Bring them to the Paladin's common room. At once. Move.
Oh my goodness, it correlates!
Write down every symptom of the Queen's malady.
They gotta find potions!
So you're saying you cannot save the
It's
Queen?
like poetry, it
Give yourself an
rhymes.
opportunity to do so. Bring your list to the common room. Let's go. Move quickly. Out of here.
The leading expert in
Yeah, that
magic
camera
and
angle
poisons
was
in the
not
kingdom.
flattering. That woman looked very
you run out
mannish
of
from that
ideas?
angle.
That just seems a little
Unfortunately, yes.
suspicious.
It was a lot of pressure. I think it upped the ante for everybody. Time was definitely of the essence. We really needed to get the antidote to help her out.
I actually like. These guys are committed to their LARPing. I am actually really impressed.
Yeah.
We need to see.
And the fact that they're interjecting modern lingo into it, that just makes it all the more hilarious.
She was very pale.
Yeah.
Did she have quickened breaths? Did she have a
Was
smell?
her skin cold or hot? We don't know that. That would be a big symptom.
It's coming in shortly. This is the list of the symptoms.
Can you read them out?
Seething of the throat, unwakeable slumber, quickened breath, blue lips,
Okay.
a fluttering heart, pale skin, large pupils, stiffened body, skin like ice. We can only rely on this list. We need to make sure that the antidote cures these symptoms exactly. If not, we might kill her.
We can do this. We can narrow it down. We can.
This is a dramatic moment in the story.
That was not it at all.
Maps and scrolls and stuff.
Did you see any boils around her mouth?
Inflammation of hands.
Can I read mine out loud? All right. Seizing of the throat, blindness, accelerated aging. Oh, accelerated aging.
Right here,
She did it.
seizing of the throat, unwakeable slumber, quickened breath, fluttered heart, pale skin, large pupil, skin like death, though. It doesn't say skin like ice.
That's cold.
Twitch, hands and feet, rash on body.
Is this medical school?
Blue lips, rash around the nose.
Everybody
Fantasy
wants to
medical
talk.
school, yeah.
Everybody wants to be
Oh,
the
God.
hero, and that's great. That's why we're all here. But you can't have 80 chefs in one kitchen. It's just not gonna work.
Sure you can.
Restless, or what was it? What type of slumber was it? What type of slumber?
Where was the unwakable slumber? All right, guys, we need to find a way to get organized. This is not working.
This one's a definite no. Give all the definite no's to me. I'm gonna get them off the table.
That's this word for word, except for 3 symptoms on yours and an added 2 symptoms on mine.
Keep it at the Navy. Yeah. No. Make sure the ones that we have say unwakable slumber and blue lips.
No, Patrick.
All right, these two.
Well, I mean, they'll eventually get it through process of elimination.
Possibly literal elimination if they end up killing their patients.
No, sir.
Since you're here, these things are happening to us.
Bad stuff was happening here before we got here. I wanted to be like, you better step aside, Wizard Man. We're your Everrealm's last hope, so.
Step aside, Wizard Man. Step aside, Wizard Man. We're Everrealm's last hope.
The funniest thing about this is that they probably just got on famously, and this is just completely scripted.
Definite no's to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm imagining they're having a riot.
Yeah, I mean, like they're probably just like having just chatting off screen and laughing and just having a really good time as friends, and they're just having to like put on a face for the confessionals.
Unwakable slumber.
Yes.
Quickened breath.
Yes.
Blue lips.
Yes.
Large pupils.
Yes.
Stiffened body.
Oh, wow.
Yay, they finally found it. Hooray.
After like 2 minutes. It only took them 2 minutes.
Where can we go for those?
All these things should be possible. Despite the dragon's tears, I didn't know dragon's tears even exists.
Such a rare item. How do you make a dragon cry? How do you make a dragon cry to produce tears?
Dragon's tears. What do you mean?
Well,
I mean, if
this might not be a very good personal experience, but just tell him no, he can't have booty.
The most important thing we can do right
Dragons
now.
are very horny.
She is our voice.
No comment.
She's the only one here besides
Dragon, you are not taking the maidens. We know that you like breaking hymens, but we want to keep them here.
Dragons. Well, dragons are hot.
Quite literally, except for the
Yes.
cold-blooded as well.
We just don't know what to expect.
They're hot and cold.
How does that even work? How do you breathe fire when you're cold-blooded?
Well, the weird
Magic.
thing is, I think that mostly dragons have just boiling blood. That's the consistent thing that I've read across various different pieces of media, unless they breathe ice.
Oh, okay. So dragons aren't lizards.
Over. Except Komodo dragons.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's Baba Yaga.
Oh, she was my favorite summon thingy in Lost Kingdoms 2.
You are the Hag of Kirkwall.
You know I am, idiot boy.
Your breath wasn't great.
I like her already.
Better over Thanksgiving or anything.
I know what you seek and why.
That is the worst looking human being on the face of the planet.
Well, his magic has infiltrated Castle Sanctum.
Yes,
Oh,
unfortunately, yes.
come on. Let us see what these can do.
I would love to see a percentage of what is ad-libbed and what is scripted. Because honestly, this is a praise of the show. I can't tell which.
Say what?
I can't tell what's ad-libbed and what is not ad-libbed.
Yeah, it would be safe to assume that the contestants are ad-libbing their lines, but if that's the case, then some of the other actors' lines would have to be ad-libbed to play off of them.
I think that the
Follow me.
Character actors, like, have you ever seen? You guys haven't seen the what is it?
More paladins than ingredients. So open each
In the Genie, in the Aladdin show at Disney, now defunct. The guy playing the Genie basically would be able to ad-lib certain lines depending on the beats of the play or what point it was at. And often it would be like very different. Sometimes it would be the same, but they would probably like have like a range of 3 jokes. It was probably like they picked the best one they could. I also think that part of it would be that they probably figured out a way to respond.
Had to peel it back in order to reveal the keyhole. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Like, I have to peel through this lock?
Wait, so they all have the same challenge to open their door?
So this is a new challenge. It's not shooting at targets this time.
I'm here to win.
I'm ready to,
Not necessarily, you know, stab people in the back.
They have to pick a
I'm ready to
lock.
cut some throats.
This is impossible.
I felt the tension in the group. I knew that this was gonna be me. No one was gonna be there to help anyone out. This was a straight street fight.
This was gonna be me, he said.
Yeah.
Grab one of the jars,
It's
go
gonna
to the
be a
next
straight
door. It's like,
street fight.
Jesus, ogre
Street
tooth
fight.
saw the rope, and I'm all juiced now. Like, who gets to say they could use an ogre tooth as a weapon? Another door opened. I'm like, oh god, there's someone else creeping up on me.
I knew I was one of the front runners, but I didn't know where I was.
Oh, peel it, peel it.
Stop talking a lot. You're breaking immersion with that.
Yeah. You should be using made-up language like Drongo and Blood and Bloody Hell.
And Galugala was here last. We must be cautious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, this is me, it's gotta be me. It was just such a sense of satisfaction.
Out of the corner of my eye, I see Andrew there. So I knew I was so close.
Come on, Paladins, work your way through it.
This is an inspiring moment in the
I
story.
was telling myself, like, Lena, you can't stop, don't give up. And that's the only thing that kept me through. I just was like digging through it just for my life.
Oh, well, your life doesn't literally depend on it. Oh, wow, they each have one. I thought there was like only one ingredient behind the door, and then...
I'm telling myself you have to get out of your own head.
So I think how it works is it works on a pyramid system.
Finally it goes.
So each one, there's progressively less doors.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, that's
like,
kind of neat.
So it starts with like 10 or something. Then it goes down to 9. Then just keeps going in a pyramid shape until there's only one left.
The queen has been poisoned. We need to put an antidote together. The hag has all these doors lined up right next to her shack and tells us that the ingredients can be found behind the doors. But there are multiple levels to these doors, and not everyone will receive ingredients.
These guys are really good LARPers. Like, they're maintaining the act even in their confessionals. It's really impressive.
But why would you make it hard for the people to do this thing when
We had to tunnel under it. I have kind of
the enemy might triumph while they're struggling through it? Then they fail and the enemy might triumph.
I'm scooping that thing like my dog would.
I think the problem with it is that these people are like, this is not them setting it up; it's the antagonist setting this. The antagonists. It's the side antagonist setting this up.
Struggle builds character. Once they get through these challenges, they're going to level up, and then they'll be able to win.
Character is overrated.
Want to help me with my lock? I'll help look for your key.
Okay.
We both made a mutual decision to help each other. Where's your lock here?
My lock's right here.
Oh no, we can't have that.
Someone go look in your lock?
That would be amazing. My
Also, I hear Bonnie's voice, and she goes, "Do you want me to try to find your key and you can open my lock?" I'm like, "Are you serious?"
I can't imagine it went far.
Okay.
Of course, I had that thought in the back of my head, being like, you know, you should really maybe, you know, fake like you're trying to get this open, and you know, just let her look for your key. I'll try turning it real quick. I got a little bit of leeway on yours.
Work?
No. Oh. You know, really, if it was his lock, he would have busted through it.
Oh, well, this is a dramatic moment in the story.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we're seeing so many people at different parts of the challenge. Wait, why can't they just go through the same door that someone else did?
All of it.
I don't know. No, but that music sounds very dramatic.
Keep your fist and force. Get through the door. Grab the dragon's here.
I don't know why that's funny.
My heart just was racing.
There was that moment of disappointment, but it was pretty epic. It was pretty darn close.
Oh my god, that was wild. That was awesome.
Jim, Bonnie, Christian, come with me.
What? You gotta be it. You're on the chopping block, folks.
Right away that I'm
Oh, that Christian guy. He's been on the chopping block every single time. Oh my gosh.
3 times in a row.
I think. I think at this point it's
Christian,
like
for some
cut the
reason,
wig
man,
thing.
my brother can't stop being in the Fates.
I was angry with myself. I was angry at the situation. I just couldn't find my key.
You must make a mix with the series of simple
Mm.
tricks put out. What do you have in the bag?
Those are some serious prosthetics.
Yeah, like this is actually legitimately impressive
Just that
work for, especially for a reality show. Reality shows, like, I think that like this would not necessarily be that out of place in, say, Once Upon a Time. At certain points.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, just use a pinch of each ingredient. Just don't overthink about how much a pinch is.
It's enough.
Oh look, fantasy coffee maker.
What?
Doesn't that look like a coffee maker?
Now, let the dragon's tears in.
Let's see. Well, coffee does exist in Middle Earth.
Oh, good God, she came.
No comment. No comment.
Magic in that, and that was amazing to witness.
No, that's called chemistry.
Is this the potion?
What? And lightning and rain starts? Oh my god.
What is even happening?
I have no
That was their
idea.
key. Anything with
What's all
running,
the-
I'm like, no, no.
Is everyone still here?
What on earth is even happening?
I think like the witch screamed at them to saw it off, and so they sawed it off. While lightning was playing, a lightning crashed above them.
I love it when that happens. It's so aesthetically appropriate.
Go on, Paladin. Put a drop in there. Put a drop on her lips. Light a face, please.
No, there's steam. Is that a good sign? Well,
It's working.
CGI is so Oh man, look how they're trying to look concerned. That's so funny.
wait, did she say vizier? Never trust the Grand Vizier.
No, he didn't. He didn't save you. Paladins did. Andrew did.
Andrew.
Your Majesty. Whatever I can do to save you.
Thank you. The Queen is rest.
Thank you.
Paladin, in the name of the Queen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Out. Out, everyone. Out. Hurry up.
Not to mention, quite a few of these folks look like stereotypical jocks. It's so weird to see people like that LARPing.
Yeah, that is not inaccurate. I think a lot of them kind of like have the dad energy.
I dream about that kind of stuff in the movie, and to actually get out there and get the opportunity to do it was crazy.
To be able to go out and find the potion to make her better was incredibly satisfying.
but it's a little bit somber because of the upcoming banishment.
Some of these sets are kind of cool.
You've demonstrated those virtues of a paladin.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you're a hero, regardless of the outcome.
You guys are my hero. Adria
Some of
picked
them
me up.
aren't.
I fell.
Oh, they're forming little
Seems to be up enough
cliques.
that she doesn't give in under pressure and she picks herself up and she keeps going. I mean, that's huge.
That I
She's
feel
got
was
my
not
vote.
ad
She's like my kid sister. Family first.
I'm right back where I was last time.
It's real.
That's true, but you control your fate, though.
As an academic-driven child, I never liked failure. I hated myself for it.
I don't know if I can pull out another one.
You can pull out another. This is what you do. I told you before. Get out of your own head.
I want to see Jim pull through this because he's a cool guy, and I don't think anybody truly gets into the actual story like Jimbo
Also, what
Slice
kind of
did.
name is Shondo?
I can't believe I couldn't get it.
What kind of
The key was
nickname
just
is
lost.
Jimbo
It was not- I
Slice?
spent like that entire time. I spent looking for my key.
I already told Chris. You all told him. I told him straight to his face. I said, listen, he says, you know I have your back. But if you end up in the bottom again and you don't save yourself in the Fates Challenge, I'm not going for you if you didn't do the best.
Bleep!
Don't rush.
Are these people
Worry about the other
cursing?
two people that are in there with you.
Right.
Take
Probably.
your time.
You just need to take your time, break it down.
That's
slow down,
shocking.
Get it done and breathe.
What if it's
Not really. Have you seen Survivor?
I don't want to
This-
think
No.
about it.
Take a deep breath. Focus.
There's at least like there's at least a few bleeps every episode. I think at one point there's actually like a point where this girl got her bra unhooked by another girl during a physical wrestling challenge.
Oh, that must have been entertaining.
It's not good that Christian and Andrew are
Yeah,
still
probably. I
together,
think there was
that
a couple times
romance
where
is still alive,
bottoms were
because
pulled
they will
down
stand
too.
behind each other no matter what. I mean, like if Christian ends up there, that's piece of cake. We already know. But if we
Some people on Survivor
stand
play
behind
dirty.
Connie, we're gonna start.
They do indeed.
Especially in physical ones.
Yes, I confess I have never been tempted to watch Survivor.
It's interesting to see what people, both dumb and smart people, going up against each other, and seeing who wins in the end.
Why is one of them singing? Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt, but
No, it's fine. It's a valid question to ask. I was done anyway. Don't worry.
But actually, he's talking to me.
Yeah.
I was saying, what was I saying?
Pilot of Everrealm, all of
There
the
aren't any
pilots,
smart people on Survivor.
and it kind of gives us this
Um,
feeling of togetherness.
There actually are some fairly smart people on Survivor. Whether they're not terribly like it's like I think that the way that they're kind of dumb is that why would you agree to be on in a desolate landscape with very little food for 30 days?
That's just my opinion.
I mean, I think being smart and being on a reality TV show
We're gonna lose a lot of life here.
are mutually contradictory.
Well, with this one, the fact is they have to play manipulation games, and that requires a measure of intelligence and people skills.
But there's stupid manipulation.
Any news of the Queen?
How's she
She's
still a little weak.
Depends on the person. Like,
going again.
I think sometimes it's like it's easy for like I think maybe it's on a bell curve. That's also a possibility. I'd be interested to, now you know, I might be interested to watch Survivor. I agree with you.
Well, no one's stopping you. You can watch it.
And by the order of Sonar.
Well, I mean, like I'd be interested to see your reactions to whether like people are smart or not, or if it's just like there's a couple of smart people who managed to get out the stupid people.
But then we have the problem that they got on the show in the first place.
Comes down to seeing who the one true hero is.
It's a matter of wisdom.
True.
Now
Well, my question will be: do you have nothing? If you're so smart, why don't you have anything better to do?
But Jim,
Because it's $1 million prize.
it is time.
Oh. Well, maybe there's stupid, greedy people.
Possibly, yeah.
I know. You right, Jim?
Yep.
Fate's awaiting.
I'm ready.
Sometimes there's a really smart game players like Boston Rob, who's actually has done it 3
Should I come out the
times.
one true hero, I will always have
Possibly
other
4.
paladins. We have laughed together. We've sung songs together.
There's
we've
like
eaten
a
together,
bunch
we've
of
done everything
repeat
together.
players who
And
basically like this
I do
is
feel
their
that they are my
job.
brothers and sisters.
To be on Survivor every once in a while.
I wish they wouldn't keep interrupting for the interviews, though, because it keeps you out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunately a part of the reality show format.
Yeah, but that's all very well on a real reality show, because who cares?
Very confident.
What are you being
very
taken out of?
But as soon as you step
But
up and
for
you see
something
their
like...
face and they're looking down at you,
Yeah.
my
Well,
hands started to shake.
It is neat to know to know the participants' thoughts. I guess I do enjoy being able to hear what they're thinking.
Afford to think like that.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for Bennett.
Paladins of Everrealm. As we saw
I
firsthand today,
think that like the confessionals kind of add to the immersion for me, because it's like, wow, you're committed. Like you're even like talking as if this is real in a confessional. And I've actually. Oh, sorry, I cut you off.
No, carry on.
I was like, and well, a big part of my thing about reality shows is that I've actually been on a reality
who will
show.
decide who rejoins the quest and who is banished.
It was the Food Nanny.
The which?
The Food Nanny. The premise of the show is that this lady comes to your house, and then she teaches the family to make a meal. Because they have picky kids.
A paladin must be aware of the small.
I remember there was this one competition show I saw where people were competing as like superhero personas they made up, and they had to do the challenges while they were in their costumes. That was hilarious.
That would be entertaining, yes.
So there's actually I actually found the episode.
The other two will face judgment by the rest. You may go to your
Yeah, the one with the superhero costumes I would watch.
Oh, for crying out loud, it's not available! Sod off!
This is a tragic moment in the story. Who's being eliminated?
We're about to find out who won't be eliminated. Who are you rooting for? Are you rooting for the one guy, or the one girl?
I vote for the girl to win.
I want Lady to win.
Lady, oh, you just want to look at women.
Well,
yes, I do. I found it! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, my sisters look like babies.
All 4 scales weren't touching the 2 golden rings above and below.
Oh my gosh!
They probably
will. I look like Merlin. I look like Colin Morgan from Merlin.
You look like Merlin from the one that looks like Spock.
Yes, I look like the guy who looks like Spock.
And his isn't moving very much. I was like, okay, there's another chink to this. So I
now I gotta show you guys the episode I was on with Food Nanny, because that actually might be interesting since I was actually on it. I can actually tell you a lot about like just how like it is when a reality team comes to your house.
Even more kept me going, motivated me to move a little quicker.
What would be most educational?
Yeah. It's really neat. Maybe we should watch that sometime. You get to see my mom in as the Buccaneer, as with in a pirate tutu and pirate hat.
That my mind was where it needed to be. I wasn't letting my thoughts.
Pirate tutus even exist?
It's a gimmick that she had for giving us books to read.
So you wouldn't have read if she hadn't dressed like that?
No, basically the idea is that she had this whole song and dance about it, where she would even put on an accent and some stuff.
That must have been a riot.
It was interesting.
Okay, the woman won.
I predicted it.
You said the show you were on, it was called Hootenanny?
The Food Nanny.
Oh, the Food Nanny. Okay.
Paladins, but I knew that
Yeah.
they wanted me there. They thought that I deserved to be standing
Yeah.
with them.
A Hootenanny is an event in Mario Party 2.
The other two.
Oh, neat.
Now face banishment.
There's still 10 minutes left?
Go now, remaining paladins.
We're gonna have a lot of thoughts about the two dudes being up for elimination again, and it's the first dude leaving the show. That's a big event. We already had the first.
I
was just gonna say we already had the first lady leaving the show, so it's not as important anymore.
I think they should vote out
Now the
Christian.
hard part really starts, though.
I'd vote him out too. This is the third time in a row he's been on the chopping block.
Has to be the person that's going to help the one true hero become who they're supposed to be. They might not be the one true hero. We might not be the one true. We don't know who's going to be the one true hero, but everyone that surrounds us, all of the paladins, have to be who we want to make us that true hero.
We talked about this last time. If people were in the elimination process every single time, and as far as I'm concerned, it is what it is.
We had told Christian that the only way that you're going to make it any further if you get in the bottom 3 again is to win the Fates Challenge. And I hate to say it, but right in the beginning, he crumbled.
I actually like this performance-based metric for voting people out.
The other side.
He's
Yeah.
facing his third possible banishment. That's crazy. And he lost the key during the thing.
Yeah.
She came back.
I know. That's the one thing I have
That is good.
about Christian is that we have.
And their eyes move.
I do have to consider
Their
that.
eyes move.
Right.
Why?
I know. That's the one thing I have
That is good.
about Christian. Is that
Oh, the disembodied heads are back.
Yeah, and their eyes move. They're like the Harry Potter paintings.
And meanwhile, in the background, I have part of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony
I
playing.
completely agree. I've been behind this. I feel that he has a tremendous skill set.
I'm amused anyway.
Yeah.
But Jim was close.
He was.
And Chris was
Very
not.
close.
Right.
Love Jim, I love Christian.
So what's the word I'm
What
looking
can
for?
one of those two people
Incongruous.
just help us do better? I just know Christian's way better with weapons.
Right.
I have to take that.
Oh yeah, Christian's way better with weapons. We saw how well he did last time.
And Christian still has a lot he can share with us.
As does Jim.
As does Jim.
I don't know if anybody puts as much mental into looking at all the little signs that he does. You may, because I don't see everything you do.
Fates away.
I do give a lot of credit for wearing those outfits every day. And taking care
It's
of them.
strange that you form stronger bonds when you're having these very intense experiences together. And so we're emotionally invested in having these people around, and having to say goodbye to them is tough.
Oh, she was even getting teary-eyed about that.
Accepting the fact that this could
Oh, wow, I
be
forgot
it.
it's only
So
like
I was
21
just
minutes.
breathing and taking it all in for one last second.
Christian and I had spoken before, and he told me his luck had run up. But people's decisions can change in a split second here. No one is safe.
Oh my goodness, he looks like he's about to cry.
Stand behind the paladin you believe should continue the quest.
This is a dramatic moment in the story. So do you think they had her deliver that line for each elimination, or did they just record her doing it once and then they replay it every time?
Whoa!
Whoa! Oh my goodness. So dramatic.
Oh my god, what is happening?
I'm surprised that Christian... Wait, which side is... I think Christian is... And their eyes move. Okay, so Christian has 2 votes to stay. That is surprising.
And it looks like he's getting a third. Wow. How many contestants are left? 3 more people? Oh wow! So Christian gets to stay no matter what, unless the other three all vote for the other guy, because then.
Or maybe like.
What do they do if it's a tiebreaker? Oh well, it's not going to be a tiebreaker anymore.
I would be.
Wow, I am surprised that they're keeping Christian on, because they were really talking as if they were going to keep Jim.
Choice is made.
Look at all the lighting.
Around.
Or the lack thereof.
Face us.
It's so.
Paladin that has been picked for banishment. Stay here.
With us. The rest go.
Continue the quest.
Well, I mean, at least the guy who's getting banished gets to look at women.
Yes, this is a happy moment in the story.
Indeed.
So, I actually want to show you the first little bit of the Fruit Nanny. Mostly because you can cringe at me. I think I was 16 at the time.
Oh.
Place your piece of the sun spear into
well.
the altar.
And I can fill you in on a couple of things.
I'm proud to have done the deeds that I've done.
Since it's only like 25 minutes.
I'm glad that I had this adventure.
25 minutes? But that's nearly half an hour.
Paladin, meet your fate.
Probably
You're
could
never
skip
really
around.
not the one true hero, but anyone who can step outside their comfort zone, find that 1 ounce of courage, should be deemed a hero.
But it's just kind of funny that my family's images. That will never not be funny. Also, that spear looks like ass. That spear tip is ass.
Are they going to turn? Is he going to turn to smoke and then turn into a picture?
He already turned to smoke. So he'll be a picture
back up?
next week.
Oh, okay. Good.
Do you want me to back up to show you the smoke?
Yeah, I missed the smoke.
But how could you miss it? We both burst out laughing.
There. Okay, that's what I'm here for. Apart from that's what we're here for.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that spear, and I'm just like, that is one of the worst designs for a spear I've ever seen. That whole lacework light show thing is a perfect stress point. I mean, all you need to do is hit that, and the spear is going to crack in half.
You made it.
I know. Oh my gosh.
But it looked cool.
Oh, but tonight at the Fates Challenge, that was intense.
You did good.
Poor Jim. No.
You're here, and I'm glad.
You deserve to be here.
No, you do not. Oh.
I was very upset. I thought other people would kind of look a little bit more at the facts and be like, hey, this guy's been in the Face Challenge every single time.
I thought as soon as it all
Yeah, Shondo's preaching the truth there.
He didn't. The lock was never opened. The lock was never opened. I don't think Chris tried his best to get us through the door.
It was gonna be
He
hard.
lost his key, for Christ's sakes. He has dropped the ball every single
I
time.
did see a lot more weaknesses in Jim than Christian. I mean, they're both incredible guys, but it's just, I think Christian was a better choice at that point in time.
I decided to stand behind Jim.
Well, if he loses a third time,
You're supposed
he's
to be voting for the
gone.
person who is
Well,
there.
if he loses a fourth time.
And it's definitely mixed
Yeah.
up. You did the right
Wouldn't it be right if you actually won all the
I really
challenges
thought
and you were the
that Jim
finalist?
deserved my vote, but I knew that
That
as
would
soon as
be
Patrick voted,
pretty
Adrian
amazing.
and Bonnie would follow suit. So in order to kind of save myself and make sure that I still
Especially
had
if you did it in a kind of Jar Jar-ish way, where he was like blunging about and stuff and accidentally wins.
I know you didn't.
That
I
would
did
be
say
kind of
that I wanted to
amazing.
end the whole program.
Yeah,
Thankfully,
you're like,
I chose to pick Christian
Thankfully,
because
reality
I wanted to make
TV
sure I'm
show is
safe.
not bound by Jar Jar physics.
We got a great team, guys.
Oh, did I just hear one of those ladies right in the confessional? She voted to keep Christian in because she's like, he's terrible, so he keeps me safe.
Yeah, I guess you did.
oh, reality TV show politics.
We're exhausted, both mentally and physically. But Creole's like, would you all mind giving us a hand doing tasks around the courtyard? Ready?
I know this might not seem like a hero's work, but so.
I understand completely.
Great.
Nothing we can do to help.
That is not how you hold a saw.
Everything that's
I hope we're not
happened
going to
has
get a poo-poo
pulled us
montage.
deeper and deeper into Everrealm, and
Yeah, I don't need to see them cleaning out their chamber pots.
it just seems
We
natural.
actually did see that in Game of Thrones season 7.
Reading.
Was that the first episode?
Living the book.
I think so. Early on, anyway.
There's
I
only
actually-
one.
Oh, go for it.
I was only going to say I only remember there being one mention of a chamber pot in the Wheel of Time, and that was I think it was either Elaine or Egwene. I think it was one of the ladies. She was in an extravagant room, and the only complaint she had about it was that the chamber pot was ordinary porcelain. Sorry, I hope I didn't make you lose your train of thought.
No. I was going to say I didn't watch season 6 and 7. I still have only just watched like clips and compilations of the individual character storylines.
What, you haven't watched all of season 7?
No. I think that I have watched it through osmosis, and watched it via YouTube, but I didn't watch it the whole thing.
I watched. Right. I watched most of it. There were bits that I missed because the
website was not reliable.
Yeah, the website was kind of raw.
So this is my family.
Oh wow!
And that's the food nanny?
And
no, that's my mom. That's my mom.
What's with those boxes? The boxes are more garish than anything else.
Those are book present boxes that she uses every time the Buccaneer or the Book Diva or the Book Fairy came down to visit us.
The boxes are more colorful than anything else in your entire house.
And how long did this go on for?
5 years.
Oh God!
My mom would go, "Oh, look, darling, I think I have this lovely book for you. Here's a little description of it. I think you will like it." My mom was creative.
That must have been fun. Yeah.
Oh no, I meant the show.
Oh well, that's just no, that's not the food nanny. That's just my mother.
Oh, okay.
Next
I
on
thought
the
she
Food
was.
Nanny, between dancing, fencing, cello, piano, and school, the Dunn family leaves nearly no time for the true life. To make matters worse, Shauna, Utah's Young Mother of the Year, hates the kitchen. She has not made dinner
That is my
time
father,
a priority
and that is my
for her
mother.
family.
That's my
I'm
little
going
sister
to
Thea.
help Shauna see the value of gathering
That's
her
Ari.
family around the table for a yummy meal, and how planning ahead makes it possible to fit dinner time into the most hectic of schedules. I'm Liz Edmonds. I'm the food nanny. As I've raised 7 children,
Oh,
I learned
God,
that
I
dinner
hate her
time is the
accent.
most important part of the day.
Welcome to
It's the
Utah.
most natural setting to share the best of everyday life together. And when it
We'll skip forward.
Yeah.
Oh, please let it load.
Utah is scary.
When I met Shauna
The
Dunn,
Vita
I
Vera.
knew why she was chosen as Utah's Young Mother of the Year. She was so passionate and organized in everything she was doing. But
Look, that's
can't get
me. That's me.
Oh, you look like a young man.
I was shocked.
Like I said, go for it. Sorry.
Sorry. That's what you looked like when you were writing Dragon Blaster?
It could have been ever so slightly earlier. I think this is either 14 or 15. I can't remember. Let's see. This released. When did this release? Okay, IMDb title December. Oh wow. Yeah, I was 15.
You're on IMDb? IMDb?
No, I just checked the episode.
I was gonna say.
I checked the episode, and it aired in 2011, December 28th, one day after my birthday.
So you would have been 15. Let's see, so
Yeah,
that's you. That's your dad on the upper right. That's your mother in the center. And these are your younger sisters. One of them plays the violin. That's nice.
Yep. We all are. My mother was very adamant about trying to get us to play musical instruments. Like Ari down there played violin. Fia played cello. I played bass. Aloba violin and piano. And Coco got into cello. And Sally got into viola.
To learn.
And then there's Sally as the baby.
Aw. Yep,
The most important time
Go for it.
I took piano lessons, but I never really
for
succeeded at
any
them.
family. Dinner time together.
I didn't. I never said that I was successful. Just that my mother wanted to try and make me do it. So this took 5 or 6 takes
of her just walking up to the door.
Yep, and then the entrance took like we had to reset the whole time over and over again.
Oh, I'm glad
You still live there?
You're feeling on top
Yep,
of your
I still live there.
Gosh, I hope
Oh, cool.
Meet my family. This is Ari,
Yeah.
Sophia, Brent. She's here.
Yeah, you look so over it. What take was that on?
Hi, Sophia.
7 or 8, maybe 10. It took us several times. Like the idea was that they actually gave us instructions like, hey, go sit down on the thing as if you guys are all just reading books. Like just read some books, like pick some books, sit on the couch, and just when she comes in, just be excited for her to come in. And that happened over and over and over again.
The outside of the house looked a bit like some of the houses around here. Lots of brick around here. Lots of low brick houses around here.
Yeah.
Welcome. We're happy to have you.
Brent, go ahead. Let's take a seat. May I take
Oh
a
my
coat?
gosh, Sally's so tiny.
Beautiful room.
I think she
you.
was
Just love it. It's so
4 or
cozy.
5 at the
All these
time.
books.
Oh, and she's a
Do you all
teenager
love to
now.
read? How
If I
did you
Yeah,
got
she's
the years.
16.
to love to read like
She's
that?
16 and driving
Do you
now.
love to read?
Oh my goodness.
We have lists and lists of books that
I want them to show the books better. They
So the
like
reason
good for like 1
you
second.
invited me to come here today is what? We need help having dinner regularly and having good things.
So, okay.
Yeah, they should have had your mother talking more because her accent's better than the food nanny.
Good things to eat. We have a lot of picky eaters.
One likes it, then the other one doesn't. And if that one likes it, then this one doesn't.
So that's why dinner has it. We have
So that was the book that I was reading. It's a little monsters
very
D&D
good.
guide.
I usually have dinner on the table
D&D
at
bestiary
6, but
guide.
everyone's crazy running around.
That's
and
pretty high
driving
literature
people
there.
Places, picking people
Yeah.
up, running carpool, doing those sorts of things.
Just the funniest thing
you
is
don't have
that
time.
now,
I don't have time. Yeah, I know we're overscheduled,
the brunette,
and I
the
just don't
only
know how not to
brunette,
do it. Give me another
Fia,
hour
got
and
married and
I'll fill it
divorced
up with
before
something
me.
productive.
Productivity
And
is
then,
fun.
and
Yes,
now Ari
that's Shauna's
is
motto,
married.
so.
And my dad, he now has a massive beard.
Ooh.
It's
Gandalf
one we
beard?
live by and inspires
most of our activities.
I start with Sophia at 6 in the
The
morning.
little
and
girl
I read
is adorable.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then she goes downstairs and starts practicing, and then I read to Ari and Coco, and then I practice with Coco for an hour while Ari's practicing alone, and then I read to Kai,
They
and then I go
strategically
practice with
edited
Ari for an
anything
hour,
I said out.
and then we start school at 9.
So What?
I
that's
don't
your
have
morning
anything I
ritual.
said in the
Every single
show.
morning. Everybody's up
Oh.
at
What
It's
were you
mostly
saying?
focused on the girls.
Get
So.
them
What were
up
you
with
saying?
reading, and then
Like,
they go and do their practicing.
honestly, it's weird that they would have wanted to cut you out
At 9 o'clock,
specifically
when school
since it seems
starts.
like you don't
We
have any
breakfast in high
brothers.
school. Right, 9 to 12,
Well, I think like
12:30
they're
is
the girls were the main ones
pre-structured
who were
school,
cooking.
and then school hours go until
I was
3:30,
kind of
but
just
the afternoon is
since I'm the oldest, I was
projects,
kind of trying to
so they
help
can choose
entertain the
what
little
they
ones
want to study,
downstairs.
and in the
Ah.
afternoon, that's when the
Yeah,
race
teenage
begins
boys
to
are not
start to
necessarily
meet
known
everybody
for
where
their
they
culinary skills.
So we have
No,
Sophia, do you have-
unless they are my father. Unless, well, yeah. I don't know whether my father was good at culinary stuff. But
There-
he's the cook in the family. My mother loves the sign of has this plaque on her thing on her shelf saying "I kiss better than I cook."
Yeah, but there's this anime called Food Wars about teenage boys who know how to cook. Well, just one
about
teenage
25
boy,
hours
but
a week
still.
between the classes she takes.
Okay,
and the
that
classes
proves that
she
we know
teaches.
anime is real.
Malachi fences. and
Yeah,
I
anime
Wednesday,
is very
through
real.
Friday, and
That's
Saturday,
why
but Tuesday they have church
Man, I have
activities.
so
boys who are in love with their
And then
tapeworms are real.
all the girls are in dance.
Man, I
I
had
teach
so many
ballet,
pimples
and
that day.
it starts
So
in the afternoon and
embarrassing.
it goes.
Yeah,
until
there was an
bedtime.
unfortunate one on the bridge of your nose.
My goodness. He says I have a disease. but it's called over-the-top disorder. OCD. Overachiever.
Shauna does a great job of just bonding with the children in other ways, reading to them, practicing instruments with them, really just having that time, but that's never been in the kitchen.
I know you
Yeah,
started
I don't know why the food nanny has such a weird accent, because your parents sound like normal people.
I was in the middle of law school.
Could be that they were Air Force brats.
I never wanted a family, never wanted to get married.
Her
didn't want
voice is
children.
a little
thought,
too
well,
high,
maybe
yeah.
I would get married, but once I
Yeah.
was quite a bit older and really had no desire to have children. I actually was the full-time work and Brent was the stay-at-home dad. I felt like I wasn't cut out to be a mother because you have to spend so much time taking care of other people's needs, and there were so many other things I wanted to do.
Yeah, my
So
mom's a
I
lawyer,
just
so
felt like if
she was
I
making
had
quite a bit of
children,
money.
then I would be putting
Ooh.
on
All
my.
Because you wanted to do on the
And
show.
now my dad
I
teaches
liked wearing
LSAT.
suits to work. I liked leaving my office and having it be perfectly
So
clean.
this
And then when I
this
came back,
this
it was
took
still
several
perfectly clean.
takes,
But when I left the house,
and
it
picking
was
up at
clean.
various
And when I
different
came back,
points.
Was it a disaster?
it wasn't clean
No,
anymore.
no wonder why the
What
little
was the
girl looks
turning
so
point?
tired.
What made you
Yeah,
shut the door on your career?
It was just that feeling that it was time that I needed to be at home. We just had faith that it would work, and it did. I was worried just that
Oh.
maybe she would say, "You're doing too much," and this dinner.
but yeah, as
that
you can
maybe
see,
that she
like
would judge me and
most
say,
of my sisters do not
"Dinner is the most important meal
genetically
of the
match
day,"
my
and you're
parents.
botching it.
You know what I
Me
was
and
thinking
my
of
sister Fee
when
are the
you
only
were telling me
people
that
who
story
genetically
about
match our parents.
how you knew
Since
you
I
had
look
to
like my
quit, but you
dad
didn't
and she
want
looks
to.
like my mom, but all the
I
other
was
ones look
thinking,
just
really, what
different. completely
profit
different.
Yeah.
a person if they gain the whole world and lose their family? And I thought, you had the courage to do that.
Her hair's a little closer
You
to
are a
the
professional
food nanny's hair, to be
There's
honest.
so much more that has gone into
Yeah.
what you do. And
Of course,
that's
she's
Yeah.
only
why I'm
4.
here, isn't it?
I think
Sometimes
as a parent,
people's hair
you
gets
always hope you're
darker when
doing
they
a
get
good
older.
job, but on some level, I
Yeah,
think we all
they
worry
did
just
get
a little
bit darker.
about what other people might think.
I mean, I was blonde at that
to
age.
feel her just
Yeah,
completely
I was a blonde
acceptance
baby, and then I
and
abruptly
just
went like
real appreciation
abruptly
for the
dark.
things that we are doing well.
So for
Really
these
made it a
one-on-one
lot
interviews,
easier
did
for
they
us to
film
say,
them all at
"Okay, but
once,
there are
or
some areas."
like is this?
Yep,
And
they
then,
did.
and then, were your parent or was everyone given a script to read from? Were they like?
They got a series of questions. Each person got a series of questions.
Oh, okay. So
And
it's.
oh, go for it, sorry.
I was just gonna, well, I guess clarify that. So they, so you were basically all asked a bunch of questions about things that happened while the food nanny was there, and then they inserted those clips where they were relevant, I guess.
Pretty much, yeah.
No.
So basically, like how it worked was, so the reason why it's actually really overexposed, but the reason is you're actually looking into a bright light with darkness all around, as blacked out as possible. And
Go blind
you're
that way.
And you're, I think it's like, I just remember you're sitting on a chair, and there's a camera in front of you, and the director and the crew are behind you, and oftentimes they'll direct you and take multiple takes of something, or they'll kind of like be thinking, let's cut this question, or like they'll react to a question as if like, oh, that wasn't necessarily a good answer, let's not put that in. Like pretty much the only answer, I only got like one answer, and good.
So you're not getting a chance. So you didn't get a chance to say anything. Is that what you said?
I got one. I
don't
think like
enjoy
in any of the
cooking.
I don't think
talks.
she likes it because it takes too much time in her day. I mean, she's so programmed to do stuff, and she doesn't like wasting time. And she thinks that cooking is a
Yeah,
waste of time.
funnily enough, my
I mean,
sister
every now
looks
and then
almost
I'll get a
exactly the
craving,
same
but
as she.
mostly when
Very,
Brent's home,
very
he can
similar
make
to
it
how
for
she was
me.
11 years ago.
Oh my god!
And
That's
she
one
does
time we
look
were
a lot
talking
like
with
your
the
mother.
girls about when
Yeah.
you get married and those
Like,
sorts of things.
Both of those
And
girls like look like they're
I said,
adopted.
and
It's
sometimes
very
people
odd.
don't have that opportunity, and they end up not
Wait,
getting
so
married.
you
And
said
so
that
he's
your
like,
mom's a lawyer.
married.
Does she basically work more hours than your dad?
I'm not cooking for
She
myself. I am
actually
my mom's
logs
daughter.
hours on copyright checking to make sure that
So I spend
the
the time making it, and then
company,
nobody
film
eats
company
it.
she works
It
for
just
doesn't
seems like it's
infringe
a
on
lot
anybody's
of work for
copyright
very little.
because
Which is
they
the-
do a lot of
I can help you
skits.
with that because
Oh.
I
What does
really
the father do again?
one of the most important things
He
you'll
teaches
do in the
people
day
how to take the
is to
LSAT.
cook dinner for
Take
your
the
family.
what? Oh, the
Are you
okay.
all willing
Is that the
to
law
make dinner
test?
time a priority
Yeah,
for your family?
the law test.
Yes.
And he
And
also
will you
teaches
take my advice?
SATs as well.
Yeah.
He basically
Yes.
teaches task
I
taking
have the
skills
recipe for a
because
successful family dinner
that's
time for the Dunn
his
family.
field of expertise.
Number one is to
Hmm.
help
Okay.
you to discover
Because
the
I was just
value
gonna, or I was
in
just gonna
dinner time
comment or
and sitting around the
commentate
table.
that if
Number
your mom's the
two
breadwinner who
is
works more hours than
getting
your
creative
dad, then
in
it's
the
weird
kitchen.
that they
You've
expect
got
her to be the
all this
chef.
creativity, and I'm going to
Especially if
well,
bring some
well,
of
they
that out in
actually
the kitchen.
originally
I'm
had it
ready
as
to
she was the
try.
breadwinner.
And
Then
number
after
three,
she had kids, she
I would like
decided
to
to quit
show
her
you how
job.
you can enjoy cooking.
Oh,
And to
wait,
be
did she actually do that?
The game
Yep,
is
she did.
on.
That is
Oh,
so funny,
okay.
but I believe
She
it from
quit, I
you.
think, when I was.
Number
I think
two
about the
of the
time that she
recipe
decided to
for a
homeschool
successful
us.
family dinner time for the Dunn family
Since
is
my
getting
dad works in the
creative in the kitchen.
evenings,
I wonder if one of the reasons that you don't have passion
I had both
for
of my
food is
parents
because you're
at
not eating
home
that great of food.
until about
I
5 in
think
the
that's
evening.
probably a huge reason. I could see that.
The hardest part about dinner is
Since
trying to figure out
my
what
dad
to
would
cook.
either be
Oh, that's
tutoring,
true. I've been putting
he would
dinners
be
consistently on the table for 40 years, but about
he would
35
be
years
teaching his
ago,
class
I
every
came
week,
up with this
2
plan
to
to
3
make
times
it
a
easy
week.
for me. My 2-week meal plan has helped save countless dinner times. Waiting around until 4 or 5 o'clock every day to decide what to make for dinner is too late. It's always a recipe for disaster. You
That's
start
why
by
I
choosing
eat
a
the same
theme for
thing
each
pretty much
night.
every day.
This is a great way to pick your meals, and
Unfortunately,
it creates a
yeah, I do
consistency
that
that
too.
everyone will look forward to.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course,
or
I'm
just
also a
like,
guy.
Or look online to find recipes and fill in each
You
night's
were
yeah,
saying
or
valerian than oyster?
While you are doing that,
oh, sorry, I
you
was
can
just gonna
create
add,
a
or you just
shopping
buy
list,
TV
which means you
dinners.
will only need one
Well,
main
pretty
grocery store
much.
visit
I
every 2
mean,
weeks.
not TV dinners
When it comes
exactly,
to dinner
but
time, planning is
microwavable
the key
dinners
to
and
stress-free, fabulous
sandwiches and
dinners.
stuff. Yep, I'm a
I
guy.
knew that the Dunns
Oh, I
loved
love a good
Mexican food, so I
sandwich.
decided to start them off on Thursday, which is Mexican theme night on the nanny plan. When you have the theme nights to
We ended up
create
not
your
following
2-week
this
meal
plan.
plan,
Oh, how could
automatically
you?
takes you
My
to
mother
what
mostly
kind of food you're having.
fed us
And as you go
garlic
through
chicken
and
because
plan your
my
meals,
sisters
you're
loved it,
getting
but
this
I hated it.
amazing variety of
Frozen
food.
garlic
Yeah.
So
chicken.
creating
I
a
couldn't
2-week meal
stand
plan,
and cannot stand
like
to this
I
day
did for all those
frozen
years of
garlic,
safety,
reheated garlic
it
chicken.
liberated me.
I really think one of the turning points in the day was when
Mm,
Liz
this
brought
is
out
tragic.
and showed Shauna the 2-week nanny plan. I think anything that involves planning has an automatic assumption of approval from Shauna's standpoint.
Theme nights
That's actually
don't
very
mean
accurate.
it's
That's a very
party
accurate
time, Italian
assessment
night, so
of
we
my
turn it
mother.
into a big
Well,
party. No,
I would
of course,
imagine that there is no man who knows her better than your dad.
if
Yeah.
that's what you were thinking.
It's the way that Shauna lives the rest of her life, and it helped her to see, wait a minute, I can incorporate food and these amazing dinners. I could incorporate cooking in this time with my children into a plan that then I can execute.
So that you can
And
calm
like
down
to
and
this day,
relax
she
a
very
little
like
more.
I think
Maybe
she
just some
the only
Italian
times we really
music.
like have a sit
And the
down dinner is
enjoying of
Sundays.
making it is touching,
Like I just make my own
smelling,
food. Sally makes her own
working
food.
with
My
food.
father makes his own food.
My
My
family
mom
was
makes her
so
own food.
thrilled to have a
Yeah,
hot meal
hopefully when you were
on a
kids it was
consistent basis.
different.
I think I have a connection with what you're saying about when your children were all hungry and sitting at the table and it was
Dinners,
so
I
satisfying.
think,
I have
yeah.
a tradition where I
I can't
dress
remember
up
many though.
in a costume.
I know for
I've
lunch
been
and
the
breakfast,
Buccaneer, I've been the
I was
book
on my
diva,
own.
the book fairy. When I come down the stairs with my arms
Well,
full
I
of
had
books,
lunch
they're
in the
running around the house.
cafeteria at school, so
And then they all sit down and
Well,
I
I
talk
was
to them
I was
about why I
homeschooled.
chose them.
yeah.
I
So
get them
yeah,
their books, And then
And breakfast.
mild-mannered mom comes back down, and I
guess we had breakfast together, kind of, except that we were all.
And I love it
Except
when
that
all
the
5 of
context
them
was
are
that they were
sitting on
waking
the
me up
couch and just cannot be
insanely
moved.
early in the
That's
morning so I could go
fulfilling
to
for me.
school.
So,
Also,
trying
would
to
it be too
envision that
insulting to
same
comment that you kind of look
feeling
like what I would
of
assume
everyone
a
sitting at the
young
table, enjoying it, I think
Professor Snape
I
would
would be
look like?
willing to put the effort. I'll
Alan
find
Rickman,
this
that's the
tonight.
actor's name.
I think my mom will
Well, if you
actually do it.
compare me now, I don't look like I did 11 years ago.
Tragically.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Sorry.
No, it's a compliment that I look that I look better as a teenager with pimples on his face.
This, obviously, it's from the heart.
Goals. You can have fun with these theme nights.
We can't see the screen.
Ty loves making pizza.
Oh,
be a great chance for him to do that for everybody.
When we thought
Yeah.
of the idea of having each of the children choose a theme night and have them help make the meals.
Oh, I just had pizza
I
most
started
every
being really
day.
excited about it.
I would break a
because
pizza in half,
that's
$5 pizza in
productivity.
half,
That's
and just have the
building
half.
relationships with them, helping them.
It also
learn
helped that
how
my
to
little
cook.
sister
So
Sally
let's
loved
get the
pizza.
kids involved.
Like pizza too.
Let's find out which night of the week they'd like to cook.
We still
Yeah,
share.
in my 20s, I probably mostly ate
they would be
pizza.
most excited
Well, not
about.
just
I was
pizza and pasta.
especially interested in what
Yeah.
Sophia would
So if you
Yeah.
notice,
Which
like
night would you like
they
to cook? Help cook.
They brought in
Traditions,
they brought in one of your younger sisters one at a time, so you were probably in the back keeping them entertained
Today, because
until
it's Thursday,
it
on the
was their
nanny plan.
turn.
That's Mexican
yeah, we were
night.
basically
It's
just
also Shauna's favorite
we spent
food.
the whole day
And-
watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, but we had to turn the volume down quite a bit because the speakers that they were using, if anything came over the speakers, that it wouldn't be usable, so they had to make it so that it was as low as we could possibly make it.
Ooh, that must have been rough. I wonder how many of
That's gonna
how
be
many takes they had to do.
Tacos. What do you think?
I don't know.
Number 3 of the
I
recipe
think that
for
the
a
nice thing was
successful
we
family
like
dinner
kept
time
it
for the
to
Dunn
the
family
right amount,
is
and they
I'm gonna
provided the
show you
food,
how
which
to
was
enjoy
nice.
cooking.
Were you insanely bored the
How do
whole
you feel
time?
about it, Sophia?
kinda scared.
I was just downstairs for most of the day.
I was really excited.
You were like
I was-
whatever then,
Sophia
basically.
chose Mexican
Pretty much,
night
yeah.
as her night.
Fair enough.
They brought me up at the
Unfortunately,
end,
has
and
the
for the dinner
same attitude toward
meeting
cooking
at the
that
end,
I've had, so I
which is
was
the formula
glad
of the
that we were going to
show.
have a chance to work together. And
Oh, there's
have
another
Liz
bit that
there
was
to help us.
so
You never step foot in
that
the kitchen.
was
It's kind of scared me.
that was
It scares you?
Well, it's a lot of meat all in one place that's not cooked in. I just don't usually prepare from scratch ever, so this is like scratch.
This is what it will look like.
That's
We have it
why it
cut
was.
thin,
That is
exactly
scary.
how thin we need it. So the grain is
You got
going back and
salmonella.
forth like this. So what we want to do is cut across the grain.
I think I can
And
like
strip.
skip a lot of this since it's like. I think the most interesting part is like, at least the interesting part of the contest. And I don't know much of what was going on since it was like, I think they might have asked who's gonna be the one to help out, and I think they picked Thea.
Not too much. This is fun, isn't it?
Oh,
Let's
okay.
each
So
of
they
us
didn't actually
take a little
come in
taste.
and
No,
film each
I
night,
don't
so
know
they could
about
have
that. Try that
footage with
first.
every kid.
It's kind of
No, this was all in one day.
Oh,
must like hot
she was only here one day. Well, that's not a
Okay,
very
let me
good
get
nanny.
I'm thinking so too.
No.
I'm about to choke to death.
So the only
The
one
ingredients.
that's with her is the one that looks like your
So,
mother.
let's go
Yeah,
ahead
my
and
sister
pour
Thea.
that over the top of our meat. Dump it in.
Yeah. She's not the one who just got married, is she?
Throw that over the top.
No, that would be Ari,
Like the right
the
amount.
third one.
The violin one.
Yeah, the violin
Let's
one.
let this
Yeah,
marinate
she's barely
in
got
the
married
fridge
a
for 2
few weeks
hours.
ago to her
Now we're
girlfriend.
going to take our meat
Cool.
and put it
They just
right
barely got back
into
from
the
their
hot
honeymoon to
stove.
Disneyland.
Hmm.
And then
You said they had a honeymoon in Disneyland?
Where's your salt?
Yep, that's her right there. Oh, this bit, this bit's actually interesting because
My dad
this
brought
is
home the pipes
entirely.
for sprinklers, and she's just like, "Oh, you can shoot
Was
marshmallows
this
out of
it
these."
scripted
And
or?
so we tried it.
This was semi ad-libbed, but what happened was they were actually asking like, what could we do as kind of a filler thing, as like an activity to show like your family, and well, the thing is cooking, and the end suggestion was, hey, want to have a marshmallow war with using PVC pipe as blow guns and marshmallows as ammo.
What, you throw marshmallows at each other?
No, you put marshmallows in a thing of PVC pipe and blow.
But basically your marshmallows are flying around through the house.
Outside, actually.
Oh, outside, okay.
Hit my mom and she hit him back. And
I was going to say, my parents would not have allowed that.
Yeah, so it's actually, they bought the marshmallows and put them there, so that entire thing was not spontaneous, it was scripted.
No.
At least rehearsed. Which is
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, but that was kind of like the interesting thing about it. They also had us very carefully pick our shirts because they don't want any copyright labels on them.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone has their own gun.
So if you notice, there are no like labels on anybody. It's just like monocolor shirts and clothing.
Started to cook.
So basically, anything with a product name on it, you have to put away because you've got globs of products around the house that have the name of the company on them.
We're going to boil those 10 to 15
I think so long as it's the
minutes.
clothing rather than like just necessity stuff.
So, that.
I think like clothing's the main thing.
Basically, we'll just cut them
So-
in half. And then we'll just take out the seeds. Then we'll cut it into thirds.
Yeah, it's
like that.
so
We'll
weird
just take
seeing my little
pepper,
sister
put it
10
into
years in
our
the
food
past.
processor. Now let's add a little.
She looks very, very
About a
different.
fourth of a teaspoon.
Hmm.
A clove of garlic.
Yeah, she looks young.
Add a clove. If you like
Yeah.
more, add a little more.
She's
Put
like,
this lid on,
I think 12?
just like that.
Yeah,
And
she
mix
was,
it all up.
actually, she was 11 at that time. She's 23. She's barely had 22. She just barely had her birthday.
Kind of a bite.
Poor
It's
old
actually
thing.
really, it's really easy.
I know. Oh, was that too spicy for you? That's funny. Now let's make.
Do you know
Actually-
if that was genuine or?
I think that was genuine, actually. I was down throughout all of this. So all 24 minutes of this was filmed over the course of roughly
I thought it was wonderful
about
how it started
12
off with
hours.
Shauna and Sophia
Oh,
cooking, which
wow.
kind of
That
amazing
must have been
because
so
all
rough on your
people in
mom.
the house, they're
She had to be there the whole
trying to avoid
time.
the kitchen as much
Yeah.
as possible. But
12 hours
from
are a
the
lot.
start,
And that
having
was
to watch
the
as
guy
Mary
and
really wanted to be a
keeping
part
them.
of that, and so she came in and was able
So
to involve
I
herself.
think that that was actually
Pour it in
scripted,
and
part of the
stir.
script that she
Stir
came
quickly.
in later.
Okay.
But
bring it
it
together
is.
with your
But
hands.
the interesting
See
thing
how
is
you're
like Ari
connecting
is
with
actually a
food?
very, very prolific and
Smelling
talented
it, too.
baker, and
Mom,
she's
I
a
want
very
you
good
to
cake
just go ahead and
designer.
form it into a ball. Now
Cool.
we're
And
going to
that's
take
a big
little
part of
bit
like
of our
her
plastic
bonding
wrap,
time with my dad was they
put
would
it
both
there
make
in the plastic,
cakes
and
together,
we're just going to cover that and let it sit.
and
for
they
15
actually
minutes.
baked her wedding
While the
cake
dough was
rather than
resting,
paying for it.
Dunn showed me
Cool.
how they like to unwind as a family. Okay.
There's your gun. Ari,
So
you
was
have
this
a
the-
roll for her?
Oh, go for it, sorry.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, was this the first time you ever actually had a marshmallow war?
No, we've had marshmallow wars before. They just decided to.
What the? What the? Oh, lighting. Some green lighting.
Mm-hmm.
There's me. There's my dad barefoot in the snow.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, because he and there's Fia just sneaking some marshmallows. Yeah,
Yeah.
just put them in your mouth and then blow.
You weren't even meant to have snow in Utah.
No, we have it every year.
You're not meant to. How,
Why
how
not?
dare you?
Well,
I know,
it's
because
close.
we're in the desert.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like
it's
the
close to
Gobi out
Idaho.
here.
Utah's close to Idaho, and Idaho gets snow every summer.
So we take one of our
Well,
balls,
yeah, sometimes in the
just
summer,
inside
but
one
usually in the
press,
winter.
And then we're just going to
But Idaho is green and verdant.
Turn the press around.
No, Idaho's a desert, or at least the southern part is.
push.
Well,
They
not the part I
especially
saw.
like
The part I
making the
saw was like
tortillas all together and squishing them
verdant
in
and
the
green and.
tortilla.
Now, that must have been northern Idaho.
Go ahead and
The
open it.
northern part of the state and the southern part of the state are very, very different.
Yeah.
Homemade
Maybe it was
tortilla.
the northern
We're gonna
part.
have to get one of those.
Yeah, like if you go to Utah, if you go to the Salt, go down from the tip of Salt Lake down to the front of Springville. It's basically one single city.
So we cooked these
Yeah.
for 45 seconds.
And you'll see like fields all over the place because of the irrigation. But once you get out of that
When I
area,
started
it's
to
basically
smell
an
good
expansive
smells,
desert.
I actually thought, wow, it's been a long time
No.
since it
That-
smelled like this.
that just reminds me of Star Wars and makes me sad because like Star Wars, they have whole planets that have one
It
biome.
was actually really fun. I did not think it would
Like
be that fun.
Tatooine is the desert planet. It's desert all over the place. Desert everywhere.
I thought she was going to try and convince me that I needed to like cooking, that I should
Yeah.
like cooking.
To be fair, I mean, in Star Wars, you got entire planets that just have one culture, monoculture planets,
Which also
just-
makes no
Very little
sense.
sense.
Yeah,
the
like
only- go for it, sir.
yeah, like the Klingons. The entire planet is Klingon. That speaks Klingon. Vulcan, they're all Vulcan. All speak Vulcan, etc., etc., etc. Boring.
Yeah,
Carry on.
in Star Wars, at least, there are various different cultures on each planet. That's something, at least. Like the Naboo has the Gungans and the Naboo. Tatooine is basically an amalgamation of a bunch of different things. I think there's one planet on Clone Wars which has a refined species and a non-refined species, but that's.
I just didn't think that was possible.
Yeah.
But it actually was really fun.
I was a little bit worried.
Yeah, it's one of the few things that really disappointed me about Mass Effect was
what happens
just
when an
how
irresistible force hits an immovable object.
I really thought she was trying to do the impossible to get
Yeah.
my mom to cook.
Like they even made a joke about it once where Cadence tells Rex, "You're not like what I expected Krogans to be like," and he's like, "Oh yes, because all Krogans are the same, and you humans are just vast and varied."
But it really was
So
incredible.
they
that
lampshaded it.
Liz was able
They
to
lampshaded
just
it,
help
but
Shauna
then they
see
didn't really
how
stick
cooking
to it
could
because
meld right into
aside
the very
from
things that Shauna loves the
well,
most as
I wouldn't even
So
say
this is
Rex
what
is
we
all
do.
that different from the average Krogan.
I look stoned.
You look stoned? Is that what you just said?
Did they make you wear lips? Did they
No,
make you wear
they-
lipstick?
No, they did not make me wear lipstick, but those are actually all
I really
things
saw
that
the
they
value. I really
provided.
thought this will do
Oh,
great
okay.
They
things
So
for
provided
that's
all
not.
the utensils.
Malachi, who is my most picky eater, was thrilled. I was surprised that he liked all of the different flavors.
That was so good. I thought that was so awesome.
Yeah, out of the 10 minutes of interview footage, that was the only thing they decided to use of my voice.
That's just a gloriously triumphant moment in the story.
Finally, Kai and Ari agree on something that they like.
A moment of fame and fortune.
It's a miracle. Liz, you're a miracle worker. Sophia, I could tell she was proud of what she had done, and she had seconds of corn tortillas because she had made them.
This is my new favorite burrito ever. It smelled delicious. It looked delicious.
It was really yummy. I had to stop myself and say, okay, give yourself a minute to feel full because I just was eating as fast as I could because the different flavors were so yummy and enticing.
So this is the true life. Good food, yummy food.
So
Everybody
all of
sitting
that setup
together around the
is
table
was all
and good
staged
conversation.
because
It really
the
was.
thing about it is
kind of what Liz
that
has talked about.
they had cameras positioned all over the place, and they had to very carefully move things around as they were doing things, as we were doing stuff.
But that
and like there was like all these power cords and stuff all over the house. This is a really
the
really
true life.
weird.
We all just sat and ate, and there was a sense
kinda
of
just-
bonding that
it's
you just don't
this
get
show is
when
kind
you're
of like
eating on the
given
run or
kind of
even
gives me
sitting
like
on the
whenever I
couch.
watch a
had
reality
good
show, I'm just like,
conversation,
how
good
much of this is ad libbed and scripted?
Maybe every now and then
Because,
good food, but not really probably good
all of
conversation. We were in a
this
hurry. So
Is
having all three
like I
of
was
those
like
things
looking at this and I just
together at
I just
once,
remember
really,
how much is
it is
scripted
the
and how
true
much is
life.
not scripted.
Thank you.
Did they force you to say it was awesome and it was really actually thought it was raw?
I actually do like most things that include meat, but kind of the way that I got to like it was basically I just put the meat onto my plate and the tortilla.
Keeping it up is going to be tough.
Okay.
I'm determined.
So I cheated and did not eat most of the food. I just shoveled the meat and the tortilla onto my
The
plate.
joy for me of seeing Sean and the children
Bad.
bond in a new way.
Eat your vegetables.
To be able to see our family
No.
sitting down together and having
I
food.
I'll eat specific
learning
vegetables.
to discover the value of
I just
dinner
won't
time
eat others.
was something that I
Well, I mean, as long as you're eating vegetables, who cares which ones you're eating? As long as
She is going to change the world.
you're eating things that are kind of healthy.
It's
Thanks, Food Nanny. Dinner rescued. I was so impressed with the way Shauna and Brent ran their household. With
I think
Shauna's
it's mainly
creativity
I
and
mostly eat
passion
carrots
now
and
flowing into
bananas.
the
I actually need to eat more
dinner time at the
vegetables.
Dunn
I need to
household
buy
is
more
sure
carrots.
to be a hit.
Yeah,
Shauna
everyone.
figured it out, and so can you. Remember, dinner
Sorry,
is the
I was
most
going to say something
important
pointless.
part
Go
of the
ahead.
day. See you at dinner.
Eat something green.
Yeah. Yeah, anything green, grass, leaves,
Well-
cucumber.
But yeah, that is my moment of fame and fortune.
And stint on reality TV. Did your family get paid for your appearance, or did you have to pay to be on TV?
I think that it was. I think that we might have gotten paid. I'd have to ask. I can't remember off the top of my head since my family did not discuss finances of that sort with me. I think that was like basically like a service thing. Like I think that because it was on BYU TV, a lot of BYU TV is paid for by the budget of the school, as well as the subscriber base. And so I don't think that my family was paid. They might have been, but I'm not sure.
So basically, it was public TV.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
pretty much.
cool.
At least as
Good,
far as
good.
I know. I'd have to ask my parents. It's an interesting question. I haven't thought about this before this point. I know that with stuff like Dancing with the Stars, you have first, second, and third place winning different amounts of money, but they don't publicize that on anything other than like Wikipedia, I think.
Anyway, reality TV is weird.
It's like, I think part of it's like we're providing them content. But it is neat. And it's basically, I think it was a big part of it was a recipe thing. Yeah, like she actually, like it's just a thing within the Utah community. But yeah, it's kind of interesting to kind of like, I haven't watched that episode in a really long time. I think it took them like a couple months to process and put it out. I can't remember what. I don't think it took a year for them to fully process it. Well, actually, I think it might have. It might have been when I was 14 when this was filmed, since it takes a while to edit stuff together, make sure that it doesn't. But then again, that's just reality TV, so I don't know. I can't remember when we filmed it, but I spent most of the day downstairs just trying to keep the kids entertained, since we had since there was a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old down in the basement with me for most of the day, so that was my job. It's at least as far as I remember. Yep. But now it is time for us to bid adieu. This has been interesting. It's kind of like weirdly enough, the food nanny was the most analytical thing we did today.
Well, not so weirdly, perhaps.
Maybe.
Well, more on topic about the quest. It was interesting, or It seemed like the adult version of episode 3 was more interesting than the kid version of episode 3, because I usually enjoy the kid version more because they have the more plot focused thing, and then everyone's overacting and it's funny. But the adult version just was more entertaining because they got into the Survivor style politics.
But the kids version did have that chap who looked like the chap with the ram horns, but wasn't.
And that's true. The child version did have the furry interacting with the kids.
Yeah, never have furries interacting with children, especially when they get super, super close.
No.
There's also like, there's kind of a thing where I think it's like built on the Funhouse premise where they can't actually touch you, like just by. They can only like get like super close. They can jump out and scare you, but they can't really like do anything to you physically, unless you like sign a waiver or something. I think that's the only time they are allowed to do that.
And I will model my life according to that chap, the weird-looking chap's teachings.
We'll have to figure out what his teachings is. We'll have to go on a quest to find the Plates of Snake guy.
Oh wow, that's impressive. This is an inspiring moment in the story.
Of course. Well, I think we'll call it good for today. Thank you all for coming for a couple hours. This has been slightly longer than usual. And thanks to Valerian and Space Oyster, of course, for being here.
Thank you.
I'll be putting this up on Rumble soon. I'm working on getting the new ones are the priority. But I still have the old ones, and I think I have figured out the best way to work the system after 3 failed attempts to use Rumble.
Oh, and let us know when you've reloaded the Narnia thing, will you?
Sure. I checked my Rumble content actually, but I'll do that. I'll do that after we close. All right. See you later.